This one's not really so much a trick, it's just a gag, but it's a fun gag. You bring your volunteer up. If it's like a birthday party, the volunteer gets to be the birthday kid. You tell them you're going to do some trick together, and at the end of that trick, you're going to turn them into a rabbit. Now, they know you're not going to turn them into a rabbit, but they got no idea what's going to be happening. And they probably got some outrageous ideas, but not as silly as this. After your trick, you do whatever your razzmatazz to turn them into a rabbit, and then poof, they're a rabbit. You put that in front of their face, and they're a rabbit. This was just something I did with clip art, free clip art, and some Photoshop. This part turns into the wand. You got a rabbit, some grass. There's a little plastic rod in here just to add a little shape and weight. Helps it unroll and helps it hold its shape when you're rolling it. Touch of glue around here. I cut it with a sharp knife so it's smooth. I put a touch of glue to try and keep it from fraying. But this is a tarp I had printed for $2. Where you are, tarps might be more expensive. It's 18 inches by 45, and it was $2. I've seen this trick marketed. It's ancient. It's been around forever, and different companies make them. I've seen them from $30 to $75. Never seen one for $2. But see, it looks like a wand when it's all rolled up. Goofy little trick, but it's fun. To start with, I opened up a Photoshop file, made it 18 inches by 45 inches and 300 DPI. It defaults to like 75. For the internet, that's fine, but for printing, the 300 is better. It's 18 by 45. The actual pixels, I do not care. I wanted it print size so I could put the ruler so I knew exactly what I was doing. It was a huge file making it that large, but it made it easier to follow and make sure it was right. First thing I did was put in the background. It was a white, dark blue gradient fill. I was going to do light blue with clouds, but this was easy and fast and mostly covered up by the rabbit. I put in the black and the white pieces for the magic wand. Each piece is a separate layer so I can adjust it as needed. But using actual size, I can see that this is 6 inches and 2.5 inches wide, each of the white pieces. It doesn't need to be 6 inches. That's probably twice as much as I need, but I'd rather have extra than not enough. I ended up not trimming it. I use it all. It's fine. It's just not in the way. I got a clip art rabbit online. I believe it is free clip art, but I'm not going to post it for you because it might not be. Sites say they are free. Sometimes the stuff is not. You can find your own rabbit easy enough. Added on some grass and trees. That was the most complicated part. And then I did a black circle using the rulers to make sure what size it was, where it was placed, to make sure it's the right size cutout for a person's face. I'm not going to print that. I just used it as a proof of concept. So I know what size it is, and I have an idea of the placement. So when I come back with it printed, it'll help me do the cutout later. But again, I turn that off to print the face. I don't want the black circle printed. So we've got the face. I took a piece of paper, drew an oval. It's the right height and width, and I freehanded an oval, cut it out, and I thought I was going to have to do some trimming on it. It was actually the right size. So I traced it on, cut it out, and I got me a rabbit face. I did forget this plastic piece is part of a sunshade. I don't have a car here because I don't need one. But I bought this sunshade for $2. It was spring-loaded, and the roller for it is this black plastic, which would make a neat wand of its own. But I used that just to help it hold the shape and give it a little bit of weight. It's not heavy at all, but it's just enough to make it unroll, because sometimes that tarp doesn't unroll neatly. So I just super glued that on, put some tape on it. Now when I roll it up, it's there. The part that's the wand is my handle. As you can see, I didn't cut it. It's fine like it was. Actually, very easy project to make. The hardest part was finding a high enough quality clip art that you could blow it up that large. Another reason I did it full size. I could have done it down on a smaller scale, but then when they stretched it out to print it, it might have been pixelated. So I made sure I got a good quality clip art piece. And the whole thing was $4 and lots of fun. For more detailed instructions and pictures, please visit the blog at FreeMagicFun.com. Keep practicing.